Anything left to say about the starting pitching for you guys?
I don't want to jinx ourselves, but we had high expectations, all three of those kids, and I'd say so far, and it's early, they've lived up to the expectations. The only thing that maybe they can do better, clean up a little bit of the free bases in Crook's case, and get deeper into the game with fewer pitches, and that's pounding the strikes in a little more effectively. But with the back end of our bullpen, especially Nogo, I guess the best way to say it, Bob, is if they can keep doing this week in and week out, we have a really good chance of being competitive each weekend.
Coach, after 7 pitchers yesterday, how valuable was a 7-inning outing by Peterson?
Yeah, we were a little thin. Some guys wanted it back, and to tell you what Nogosic's all about is he said he could go 2. He felt better today than yesterday, so I become the adult in those situations, and certainly we don't want to lose him. He's got a future beyond here, and it's a long season. So, but that's the kind of competitor he is. He wanted to contribute that way with the team. I'm sure, I don't want to jinx Mercer either, but he's sure making a statement that we've got some real valuable bullets in him, and the one hit he gave up was a well-executed pitch and a good job by their team. So, to answer your question, yeah, we needed Dave to get deep into the game, and he was real good again.
How big did it feel getting those 2 runs in that first inning, kind of get the monkey off the back?
A little bit, because we kind of gave him one in the top. We walked a guy on 4 pitches and throw a pickoff away, and it was an easy one for them. And the dugout kind of got quiet, and that kind of shows you how confident or not confident we are offensively right now. The deflation of 1 run in the first, and going, oh, hope that doesn't beat us, or And I guess it's part of playing the game well too. And I manage the pitchers along with Coach Carricker, and the fact that we've made too many errors from the mound, picks and comebackers and different things like that. We need to shore that up.
Before the start of the season, you said that you thought it would take until Pac-12 play for the starting rotation to kind of hit its stride. Do you feel like they're a little bit ahead of schedule where you had anticipated they'd be at this point?
Yeah, because I don't know if it's good. Both Crook's last 2 outings, he went more pitches than I wanted him to. I kind of wanted to build up in that. The problem with him is he goes out there, and it's maybe a high 80s, low 90s deal. He's not one of those 6-pitch inning type guys. When things don't go perfectly, it's 20-something pitches. And in both cases, the last 2 weeks, his last inning, even though he's grinded through it, and there's nobody I'd rather see with the baseball out there in the spot than him. At the end of the day, his pitch count is higher than he wanted. Even Petey today, 21 and the 7th, all of a sudden now he's at 108. And didn't want to necessarily go over 100 with him today. So. But anyway, those guys are competitors, and sometimes it's hard to get the baseball from them. Hey, coach, let me go. I feel good, and you don't want to take that spirit away from them.
George, challenging weekend coming up, huh?
Absolutely. I've never played at Mississippi State. I've heard it's one of the best places, most exciting places for a college baseball game to happen. The fan base and the enthusiasm, and then they're also well coached and a very talented team. And I've been to Alabama before many years ago, and their fans, as you can imagine, are passionate. And so both of those are going to be fun environments, challenging environments. SEC baseball's on par with any of the conferences in the country, and I'm sure we'll see great fans and good barbecue and good baseball.
Is it hard to get that worked out? Series against teams that far away and playing. I know you've gone to Vandy and some others. But.
Yeah, those are fun ones. They're taxing when you go cross country, and to play in one venue on Thursday and then a different venue on Friday it will be a little more challenging and busing. And obviously, I feel like our guys are up to that challenge. And when things like you look at Hawaii, that's a cool one, and you look at cool places to play, but you also respect your opponent. Anytime you can go Pac-12 versus SEC, it's an exciting thing. So whether it's, there is no weak teams in the SEC, and it's like there's no weak teams in the Pac-12, I would say.
You know who's going to throw for you on Thursday?
I haven't made my mind up yet on that. We'll kind of take a look at what gives us the best chance to win. But we'll keep our weekend rotation Friday, Saturday, Sunday as is.
Coach, do you know much about those ballparks then? This place is tough on hitters. Is that going to challenge your pitchers a little more down there?
Usually they're a little more hitter friendly, but again, I think Mississippi State redid theirs, right?
Both of them did.
Alabama just put about 40 million in. I don't know if Mr. Knight or Mr. Kilkenny's listening, but they just put 40 million in there. I'm teasing. We're blessed here. We have great facilities. I guess there's no bad teams in the Pac-12 or in the SEC, and there's no bad facilities in the SEC. It's almost an arms race. And they build this, and we're going to build something better. And they got pitching labs and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm sure that the confines and the venues will be spectacular. Hopefully we can match, and there'll be some negative stuff coming out of the stands. Make no mistake about it. The fans are passionate, and it'll be one of the challenges. Not only keep your eye on the ball, but you focus on keeping your ears out of the stands and make sure you focus on baseball, not the stuff that might be coming out of the stands.
Is that a good test then, for just early on the season for like later like Oregon State to have a hostile
Oh, does that happen at Oregon State? Yeah. Whatever gets their motor running and you don't feel like you're in Disneyland, so to speak. Oh, I'm out here playing baseball and it's tough, and all those kind of challenges are good because, the Beaver fans are awesome, and their baseball team's awesome. You know that. And so if you're a competitor, you look forward to going into places like that and see what you're made of.
Do you get a return out of Mississippi State? Will they be here sometime?
I think so. Now you're challenging me on my memory.
That's all right.
I can answer your question if you give me some time. I'll look it up. I think they're coming back here.
Coach Travis obviously having a little bit of issues at the plate. Is he a guy who's going to let grind out and hopefully find a spark, or is there maybe a switch, down the road?
And we went with the same lineup again today after a really tough performance offensively, frustrating. I don't know what the tipping point is. What he is doing, again, I'm going to repeat this, it's a defensive position. He's playing great defense. Making things look easier than they are with wet fields and leadership and being in the right place. And, do you ask your middle linebacker to go over on the other side of the ball and throw touchdown passes when you're winning games 7-0 on the football field? We're 8-2. Okay? So you can play your 9 best players, or you can play your best 9. What we're looking for now is our best 9, and that's why we keep running the same starting lineup out there. Baseball's baseball. There was a guy named Willie Mays that started out hitting 110, I believe, and the story goes. And I think Roger Craig, I believe, was the manager, and he said, "Well, you're going to be my center fielder every day." And I think that what he did, he ended up being okay. I hope Travis is Willie Mays. I hope they can carry it.
How's his attitude? Have you seen him get down on himself?
Yeah, I think he's frustrated. He's an awfully good player. He's a switch hitter. We don't recruit crummy players, and not only is he not crummy, he's outstanding. He was not only a good defensive shortstop, one of the best offensive players in California, in our opinion. So the ball starts to shrink. It looks like a golf ball, and hopefully there'll be a day soon where it starts looking like a softball. And you got to remember, it's his first 10 games in Division I baseball, and he's a starting shortstop, and that's not as easy as it looks. So. And then, if we started, let's say we started out and played our games in Arizona or Florida or Southern California, and, maybe some of those balls he didn't hit perfectly are hits, and his batting average. And here's our stats right here. You want to see this? I'm going to let you in on my post. These are our stats right here. So today, here's what I'm going to show the guys. Because I did kind of tell them that we're not going to worry about stats. What's that say? 8-2. You're 8-2. How about that? That's 80%, right? I think if we won 80% of our games, no matter what Travis said, I think we'd be okay with that. I would be. Thanks, Drew.